and welcome. You're on the move. I'm your host, JoAnna Ward, and today I have an awesome guest that I want to show you guys and introduce you to that's going to inspire you and motivate you to get on the move right after this workout. So today, what I'm going to be doing with you guys in our exercise is showing you some of the most wonderful things you can do with that ball you probably have seen or is sitting at your home collecting dust. Let's dust it off and let's get moving. So the first thing I want to show you is a lot of people are intimidated by the ball. They're like, I'm going to fall off the ball. And in fact, you really can fall off this ball if you don't plant yourself with a base like so. So what you don't want to do is something like this and fall off. You want to make sure your feet are flat. And if you need to put the ball up against the couch or against a wall before you sit on it, that is completely fine. But always make sure that the ball is stationary. You have it sitting where it's supposed to go. And gently, slowly sit down on it. Make sure that you always have your feet or your hands on the floor. Anyhow you come up here and you're not an expert at it, you're probably going to fall. So let's make sure that if our feet are on the floor, that our hands are up and vice versa, okay? So we don't want to do this unless we actually know what we're doing. So let's go ahead and start with some basic moves on the ball, okay? One is a basic sit-up. We're gonna lean back and bring it up. Now here, I'm bringing my elbows to my knees. Hands back to the chest, up, and inhale, and exhale. You can challenge yourself to say, hey, I'm gonna do these the entire time a commercial was on. That's about 2 minutes. If you don't want to bring it all the way up to your elbows, just stop at your thighs like I was doing just a second ago. Elbow to the ball, thighs, ball, thighs, okay? Now, we're gonna switch it up and add the obliques. We're gonna take an elbow to the right knee, to the left, back to the ball, left to right, back to the ball, okay? Let's do a whole set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you like to worship like I do, then you'll say something like this. This is the day that the Lord has made, or whatever you want to sing. You gotta give God the glory of your workout, okay? Keep it going. Breathe. I'm gonna do 10 more. Yeah, if you're doing this with me, you should be feeling it right down the middle of your abs. 5 more sets. And let's get 1 more set to the right, 1 more set left. We're gonna relax. So remember about those hands on the floor. Always wanna make sure that you have enough space. So your ball's height should be based on your height. So you want a really big ball if you're a really short person, or a really small ball if you're a tall person. So look at the chart that's on the ball and pick the one that's suitable for your height and your size, okay? So what I'm gonna do, after I move my mic to the left, is I'm gonna make sure that I have a strong plant here on my arm, and on this one, and I'm gonna lift my feet up, and now I'm gonna do some pedals, just like this. So you've heard of those cycling classes, you've probably seen some really cool videos with cycling. Well, this is sort of that, but you're doing it with a ball that costs about $6 to $10 at Walmart, and you're on the move. The key is you have to make sure that you keep your hands on the floor at all times in lock position. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we stop, we're gonna put the feet down so we can exchange them with the hands. So it's just one that you're gonna do. So we're getting ready to do another exercise I wanna show you guys. This is gonna include the weights. And what I'm gonna do is, again, keep my feet on the floor before I get on that ball. Lean over on it. I'm gonna cross the top leg over the bottom. The bottom leg is gonna be straight. I'm gonna take these weights here like so, and I'm gonna pull it here to get rid of that bra spillage or back fat or whatever you wanna call it, and open the pecs as well as the obliques. Let's do 15. How How you guys doing at home? If you like these exercises, you can join me on YouTube for free, JoAnna Ward Fitness Live TV. You can find all my social media accounts at JoAnnaWardFitness.com. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, so from right here in the same position, when your next set of commercials come on, you're gonna take your elbow from here to here and drop and push, and you're gonna twist the arm here like a corkscrew. It's gonna help you tone up your arms. And breathe. Let's do 10 more. Drop and lock it up. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you guys know if we did one side, that of course we have to switch to the other. Again, you want to get up gently, make sure your feet are locked on the floor, and just lift yourself up. And you're going to switch yourself to the other side, and I'm going to switch my mic to the other side. Again, I'm getting on it quicker than I want you to. I want you to take your time. Make sure you have your hand on the floor before you lighten up your feet. Again, bottom leg is going to be straight. You're going to take that top leg, cross it up here. Make sure the majority of your weight is on that ball. We're going to do pull first and then the corkscrew second, right behind. We're not going to stop. Ready? Let's go. And push. Five more. Focus, focus. 3, 2, 1. Now corkscrew. So twist it up, bring it down. Twist it up, bring it down. Twist and drop. Twist. Ten more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Awesome sauce. So now that we have done both of those, we're gonna spin around here. We're gonna put our elbows on the ball. Feet behind us are gonna be really, really light. If you need to bring the ball up, all you have to do is lift yourself up if you can and shift your weight. So what we're gonna do now is gonna be some lower body exercises with the ball. These are kind of advanced, so check it out and determine if it's something that you think you are capable of doing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have our arms here like so. We're gonna bring the legs in, and then we're gonna stand up, okay? And again, that's gonna go here, so we're kind of cradling the ball, kind of like in a frogger position. Put those elbows down, flat back. You guys ready? Let's try it. Bring it up, stand up. Bring it down, take it back. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, up, up, down. You having fun already? Now typically I'll have a bigger ball. This will work for right now. You come like a cheerleader. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. So ladies, calling all ladies. Don't think you can do a push-up. The ball can help you with that. The further back you are, the more the ball handles your weight. The further you are up, the more that you handle your weight. Okay? So let's find a happy medium. We're gonna put our feet up, down. Five more. All right. That's the way the ball helps you with push-ups. I had a couple more exercises I'm going to show you. One is for this little area right here. It's a pudge. And what you do is you're going to put the ball here, stretch out, bring it in, out, and in. The only way that this is going to work is if you have the ball on your knees. And what I mean by that, I have to start here in order to bring the ball under my body. If I start back here with it on my thighs, I'm going to struggle to get the ball under my body. So lose 15, start with it on the knees. Five more. All right. Woo. Okay, I'm sweating on that one. I have one more I'm going to show you guys before we cool down. Okay. And this one is just like we were with the tugs. The only difference is you're going to kick out to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now this is more intense on the ball, but you can do it on the floor too. Five more. All right. You should be perfectly fine now. Let's cool down a little bit. Come close, come close. Let's chat a little bit. So, you're more concerned about being perfect, being fit, being in shape, than you are with taking advantage of the time that you have in your day and while you're here on this earth. But if you do this, that means you have breath. You should use it for God's glory. You should let Him use you and be a light in dark places. I'm coming back with a guest, and we're going to show you how to be a light everywhere, not just in your church, everywhere in a dark world. Get some water. We'll be right back. Peace. All right. Now that you have worked out and proven that you can go for at least 13 minutes with my guests who were standing in place for Team JWF, I have that special guest that I told you guys about, and it is Dr. Elliott Heflin. He's going to be here today to talk to us about something that I don't have any clue about, robotics and coding. That's the type of camp that he has for kids to join in over the summer. And he also has this awesome book called Technically Are You Ready? Educational Leader's Perspective for First-Year College Students and Computer Skills. I think all of us can use a little bit of this. Welcome our guest, my friend, Dr. Elliott Heflin. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. You're a family man. You have a daughter and a son. And
I have a 26-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter. Excuse the gap.
Hey, life is life, right? It doesn't ask our permission. It just kind of comes in and does what it do. So you went back and you got your PhD.
Yes.
What made you decide to do that?
Well, I decided to go back and get my PhD because I felt that my educational journey was not finished. And per se, as far as the definition of it, only had the undergrad. So I knew that it was 2 more degrees after that.
Okay.
So in my definition, I wasn't finished.
You weren't satisfied.
I wasn't finished with high school. I mean, with school.
Okay.
So by definition's sake, you're not finished until you do your PhD.
Right. But so many people have a bachelor's and they realize that there is a master's and there's either an educational doctorate or a PhD for you to acquire afterwards. But they kind of like, BA is good enough, a BS is good enough, and I'm kind of here. And even if they want to, like, what caused you to move from wanting and that awareness to actually making it happen? What was the triggering motivation? Was it because you were working out with me and I kept singing, hallelujah, oh glory?
Yeah. A lot of people that I was surrounded with, including yourself, kept reminding me that there was greatness within me. So I went ahead and did what I needed to do.
Was it easy? Was it a piece of cake?
No, it was nowhere near easy.
But it was worth it?
It was what I tell people, you know, if you survive the elementary level, you have the tools, what it takes. But the difference between me and someone, I just say, me and someone with a lower degree is discipline. That's what I had to have. And I learned the discipline from being in your class with the exercise and just move forward with it.
And focusing on the task at hand and just moving. So you had to probably give up some things, maybe some movies, some you know, like a lot of things you wanted to do for some things you needed to do when proceeding, you know, with your doctorate.
My number one priority was God and school, then my family, because I realized, to me, if I didn't finish my education at the level that I wanted to finish it at, I couldn't be anything for anyone. And so that was important for me.
So let's talk about that a little bit, because some people say, oh, only God should come before your family, and your education should not become, you know, before your family. That sounds great and it's very noble, but in reality, like you said, what do you have to give for your family? What legacy are you going to leave behind? What example are you showing for your children if you're just a factory? I'm not knocking a factory, but if you, like you said, if someone has already identified that you have the potential to do better and there is greatness in you and you have something burning in you, I mean, do you stay in the same place and just say, well, I make up excuse after excuse because, like, for example, I didn't even have my bachelor's degree when I got pregnant with Dontre. So I was at a crossroads. I could either stay home, get public assistance, and use that as an excuse for the rest of my life, or I could hustle up, put the kid on my back, and go back to school and finish playing basketball and finish my degrees, which is what I did. And so sometimes we use these excuses, especially our mortgages, our children, and our spouses. But you're saying that's not, that shouldn't be an excuse to keep you from being your very best, and in this particular aspect.
It wasn't I would say it wasn't really, how could I put it, and be nice about it.
Be nice. Our audience is not used to it.
In the sense of going, tackling school, I really wanted to be in a leadership position. And I felt that not being educated and not having everything to come to the table with was not sufficient. So I did what I had to do, and I put it at the forefront. And then to bring the God aspect into it, I said to myself, I don't put limitations on God. And I'm supposed to be the child of God. So I put limitations on myself. So that's why I push forward.
So we really can move Philippians 4:13 out of the Bible and put it in our lives and know that we can do all things, especially good things and righteous things. Some people want to do some things that aren't so righteous, but I believe that we can do all good and righteous things, especially according to God's will, through Christ who strengthens us. But leaning into our own understanding or trying to do it through our power and our might, I think that's where we kind of fall short.
Well, I really didn't know if I was doing it because God wanted me to do it. But I said to myself, there's no way possible he let me get this far if he wasn't behind me.
Right.
So I kept doing what I needed to do.
Through Christ who strengthens
Yeah,
you. Because
it didn't
even
make it-
whether God tells you to do it or not, you still need some strength behind you to do something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at that age and at that particular
yeah.
venue. A lot of people are leaning into their might and their power. I'm going to muscle my way through. I'm going to, forge my way through. But there's an internal fire that needs to be in you, a divine drive, I call it, that forges us into things that are extraordinary when we compare ourselves to, most people in that same age category or wherever they are.
Well, I guess I could, if I would be honest, it's been in me since I was young. Mm-hmm. And the fire, no matter what I did, it wouldn't go out. Mm-hmm. So I never wanted to be mediocre. Mm-hmm. Never. So I don't know what anyone else's drive is, but I never want to settle.
Mm-hmm. So there was a gap, though, between your bachelor's and you coming here. So what was going on? If the fire was there, what was going on between, when did you get your bachelor's?
I got my bachelor's I graduated from Jackson State with my bachelor's at 2004.
In 2004. And then you got your doctorate.
Then I got my doctorate in 2015.
So about 11 years had gone by.
The 11-year gap came, I was actually an entrepreneur, so, and I was making money, like some people, they think money is the all. So I had 2 businesses going, so I really wasn't focused on school per se. I took night classes for my master's and finished my master's, but the PhD I just put on hold because I had 2 businesses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about this robotics and coding.
Okay.
That you have a summer program, is that right?
Yes.
Now, is your PhD in technology?
Yes. My PhD is in educational leadership / educational technology.
Okay.
So, and what that entails is I'm the type of person who you would get to integrate technology into your classroom, the background of that. So I took my previous knowledge of being surrounded with computers for the last 15 years or whatever, and decided to do the camp because I've seen a lot of different camps out there that I didn't feel that was up to par. So,
for robotics and coding specifically?
Yeah, for STEM programs specifically. I didn't really think they were. That's just my opinion.
And so the STEM is science, technology,
engineering, and math.
And math.
Yes. So I made a decision to give our youth something tangible, something they can go from my class and have the basic skills to go into a job, not to play another game.
Right. So how long is the camp?
The camp is 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Yes.
And how many hours per day?
The whole, about 8 hours. If you take away lunch, 7.
So it's about 8 hours, and it's Monday through Friday?
Yes, it's Monday through Friday. Yes.
Do they come out with some type of certificate or anything like that?
No, I haven't came with any, certificate walkaways or anything like that, no.
Okay. But they have a lot of knowledge and experience and exposure.
I try to, instill a knowledge, and at the end, what I do, I hold a competition to let them know how much you improve. So they'll take the coding part and the robot part and run a maze or something like that to show their skills. So.
Okay, that is awesome. And so in this book here, now is this book, technically, are you ready, educational leaders perspective for first-year college students and computer skills? Now, is this for educators or is it for students who are going into college for their first year?
Well, it's for both.
Okay.
It's for the educators, the leaders in education, and the students. What I realize is that a lot of people have assumptions that they're computer savvy. And when you put them in front of a computer, they'll do what I call like a search. And that automatically tells me
their web
that
browser.
you don't know what you're doing.
Right, their web browser.
Because you're not going straight to each point. So, and I found that to be prevalent in a lot. I would even say 90% of freshmen.
Okay, going into college.
So
this is kind of like a guide to help them navigate the reality.
So they get the reality of what's really going on. Are you really up to par like you think you are?
It kind of gives you like a little test. So where can we get in touch with you, and where can we get this awesome, wonderful book of yours?
I have a website, which is educationaltechnologynetwork.com. So,
And you can find
go
this book
there.
there.
You can find that book
and more
there.
about the camp.
Yes, and more about the camp and other things that I do.
You have going on. So thank you so much. You've always been an awesome contributor, and it's always been a pleasure to interview you, speak with you. I remember you lost 40 pounds in my class, so thank you for coming out and sharing your new accomplishment with us, and I appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem.
So there you guys have it from Dr. Elliott Heflin. It's never too late to acquire your next level. And you know where you should be by the burning that goes on inside of you, the thing that lingers and never leaves. It's just there gnawing at you because you know that good is not your best. And you're settling. And in Ephesians 3:20, Paul says to the church at Ephesus, now unto him who's able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we could ask or think. So think about that and start speaking and asking big from your God, okay? Until next time, you guys think big, dream big, and be your very best. I'm JoAnna Ward, your host, and I'll see you next time. You got